I have been discussing the birth rate decline across the globe for the past few months, and my research has taken me into Jamaica. I was asked to look into Jamaica. Now, this was posted to the Jamaica Gleaner Instagram yesterday. However, the link that was provided is no longer working. Doesn't matter, but this article states the birth rate continues to fall as more Jamaicans prefer small family sizes. The blurb says Jamaica continues to record a decline in the number of live births and in the birth rates over time, which a national report says may indicate a decreasing population growth due to a shift in societal preferences towards smaller family sizes. Let's look into what we find in Jamaica. So this is the falling Jamaican birth rate. It was at 1.36 births per woman in 2020. I'm not exactly sure what it is at this particular juncture, but it's in line with the falling birth rate, the declining birth rate that I have seen as far as trends go globally. People told me to look into the DV rates and the femicide rates of Jamaica, and unfortunately it is fairly high. Jamaica is a DV hotspot. Jamaica remains a hotspot for DV. Nearly 1 in 3 women have experienced gender-based violence at a prevalence of 27.8, while 1 in 4 report experiencing intimate partner violence in their lifetime. And that is what is reported. Recognize what is reported is always going to be less than what actually is, because in a patriarchal world, a lot of women just don't even feel like they can go to the police when something like this happens. So this is just me looking up DV. It says in a July 2022 news report revealed there had almost been 100% increase in the number of Jamaicans who reported DV abuse or violence in the last 5 years. So yes, DV is a problem. So maybe women just are not really feeling the other, their partners. I looked up the femicide rate. The country has the second highest rate of femicide, intentional homicides of females in the world, the second highest rate in the world. Topping the list was El Salvador with 13.9 out of every 100,000, followed by Jamaica with 11 per 100,000. These are some numbers that I was not aware of. Also, abortion is illegal in Jamaica. So all of this plays a part. Understand, when women are not safe and don't feel free, this seems to be what is impacting women and wanting to have kids and relationships. So I told y'all the most recent article that I wanted to hit on was no longer available. We will see if it becomes available, but for right now, this article was put out last summer. Jamaica's health minister concerned about declining birth rates. Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton has expressed concern about Jamaica's declining birth rate, saying it could have an adverse impact on the development of various sectors of the country, including its labor force and overall competitiveness. Tufton made the declaration while speaking at a baby-friendly accreditation ceremony held at Mandeville Hospital in the parish of Manchester on Friday. And expressing concern about a decline in Jamaica's birth rate, he said on average, each mother is having fewer than 2 children, which is too low. The ideal number of births per mother should be just about 2 or a little over 2. Now, what does that mean in its practical sense? It means that we have a population that is currently almost net neutral and on the verge of declining. When you take net migration and the birth rate, it means that Jamaica has a population approximately 3 million. Over time, at this rate, birth and live births and healthy births, Jamaica will see a decline potentially of its population. He pointed to statistics that indicated that last year the country had just over 30,000, and the neonatal mortality of 15%. Wow. He said the country is losing too many of our babies and noted that the benchmark standard relative to neonatal mortality should be 10 to 12%. According to him, this scenario and the low birth rate will have significant socioeconomic implications. It means that it will affect our labor force, our competitiveness, and frankly speaking, it will undermine as a society our capacity to realize our full potential. So once again, itemizing a woman's womb and putting a dollar sign on women's uteruses. All of this is the exact same. I keep saying this, it's the exact same. They're not treating the women well in these countries, yet they expect women to give one for the teams, to sacrifice their bodies, their health. For what? For what? For the country that is not protecting women or babies. Meanwhile, he said the baby-friendly accreditation is part of the menu options for reducing the neonatal mortality rate in the country. Okay, yeah. Tell me what they're doing for women. What are we doing for women? Let's see if they say anything. Concerning the strategies needed to increase the birth rate locally, the minister said while he was not advocating for everybody to go out there and get pregnant, the country's birth rate needs to get back on track. He said the community outreach programs will be among the efforts to increase the number of births locally. We need that kind of prompting in order to get back on track, so that those who choose to have children do so in a manner that is safe for themselves and safe for the child. And indeed, those who don't want to have children perhaps could be encouraged to consider it if they understand the benefits of child rearing. Tufton added that in the future, a policy to treat sexual and reproductive health in the country will be looked at to boost efforts to encourage more births locally. So I didn't see any benefits. I didn't see anything. I didn't hear anything in this that would make women be like, yeah, let me go get a baby. He didn't say anything about what men should be doing. He didn't tell me anything about what he's going to do to make sure that women are healthy. But maybe I'm just not hearing it. Did you guys hear anything? At some point, the leaders of these particular countries will have to ask the women, what can we do to incentivize you guys to have babies? What can men do? What are you guys looking for? What? Because it seems, and I keep saying this, globally, the women are saying, get someone else to do it. And can you really blame them? With high rates of DV, with high rates of femicide, and that this is just what is reported, why would women bring babies into this world when they do not feel safe, when the children have, are they living this high neonatal mortality rate? What is the incentive to do so? And are these men able to just drop baby batter and bounce? These are questions that need to be answered globally because women are opting out globally. You guys go ahead, jump in the comments, tell me what you think, like, comment, share.